Senator Bailey represents rural counties on the Cumberland Plateau. He discussed the widespread need in his district and the impending cuts to the state budget because of the big, beautiful bill. It was a surprising statement from a Republican state senator, urging Governor Bill Lee to take action and make sure people get the food assistance they need shortly after the government shutdown.
I consider this an emergency crisis. Other states have already declared it an emergency.
On Inside Politics, Senator Bailey said more than 20,000 people in his rural district rely on SNAP. After his plea, Governor Lee provided $5 million to food banks from the state's TennCare reserves. But Bailey acknowledged that would not be enough if the shutdown lasted.
We're not doing enough if it continues. We'll have to do more. If this federal government shutdown continues past this week, we'll have to be tapping into those reserves.
Democrats have called for a special session and using rainy day funds, which Senator Bailey and Governor Lee say is not needed. But Bailey said fellow Republicans are concerned.
You know, a lot of my Republican colleagues are messaging me, calling me. They've not been as vocal as I have as far as, wanting us to do more. But the support is out there.
He said the federal government sends $146 million each month to Tennessee to provide food stamps to nearly 10% of the state's population, including working families and the elderly. He said even after the government reopens, there will be a delay in getting money to people.
And project.
But he also discussed looming cuts in the next state budget. In budget hearings, Governor Lee has asked department heads to make a 1% cut. Senator Bailey, who sits on the Fiscal Review Committee, said cuts from the big, beautiful bill will hit Tennessee. What impact will the cuts from that bill have on Tennessee?
Well, it's going to be about a $60 million cut in federal funding.
He said the largest cut is $30 million for TAMP funds, temporary assistance for needy families. There are also cuts for disability funding.
We have to decide, as the governor and the legislature has to decide, if we want to continue those programs. And if we want to continue those programs, then we will have to allocate the dollars to be able to pay for them.
Senator Bailey said Republicans won't increase taxes to cover that, so it would mean cuts to something else. It was a fascinating discussion. You can see it all on Inside Politics.